how to create an S3 bucket using AWS Console. Okay, now I'm in my AWS account. In order to find your S3 service, what you got to do is just to go ahead and type in the search field S3, and there you go. Go ahead and click on S3, and all right. Now I'm at the create bucket page in the console right now. So the first thing that I notice in the console that is set to the Europe and Stockholm region, and that is displayed prominently at the top of the page. So just be aware of which region you're working in. So let's go ahead and click on the button create bucket. So first up, what we see here, we have general configurations, and there are two options. Yeah, the first one is general purpose, which is already selected. This is recommended for most use cases, and it's the original S3 bucket type. So it's usually what you will want, like generally, right? And the second option is directory. Which is for low latency needs and use cases, and it uses a special storage class for faster processing, right? So we'll choose general purpose for now. And the next one is your bucket name, and we got an example like my AWS bucket here. Now, this part is important because your bucket name has to be globally unique across all of AWS. It must be between 3 and 63 characters, and it can only use lowercase letters, numbers, periods, or hyphens, and it has to start and end with a letter or a number. And well, briefly speaking, and it should be DNS friendly. Right? So my bucket name here will be, let's say, Cool DevOps bucket, let's say 7979, right? And actually, if you already have some buckets and they have some configurations already that are already set, you can just go ahead, choose that bucket from like clicking on this button and like replicate those configurations into your newly created bucket that you're just trying to create. So let's scroll down a little bit, and you see here object ownership. Well, actually, this is a big one for security, and the recommended setting is ACLs disabled. And this means your account owns all of the objects, and you control access solely through policies, and kind of a simpler and more secure way to go. And yeah, if you want to give access to like some other accounts, you can go ahead and click ACLs enables, but we will disable it for now. Right. So right below we have block public access settings. And for security, you should almost always leave this block all public access turned on. It's enabled by default, and that's a good thing. This is your first line of defense against accidentally exposing your data to the entire internet, right? So yeah, you can block, for example, something like new access control lists and through access control lists, stuff like that. But for now, we'll just choose block all public access because we're still learning and we want our S3 bucket to be absolutely protected. So now next we have bucket versioning. Right now it's set to disable, and if you want to enable this, S3 will keep multiple versions of your objects, which is really handy for data recovery and data protection. So for now, we'll leave it like as disabled, but in production, of course, you will want to enable this this option. So then we have tags, which are optional here. And well, they're pretty good for organizing your buckets and tracking your costs. And I'll give it a tag like, for example, department, and call this department, for example, finance. And maybe I'll add another tag like owner, and owner will be me, Sergey. All right. And finally, in this section, we have default encryption, which is already set yeah, to use Amazon S3 managed keys. So this means that your data will be encrypted automatically at rest, which is, well, yeah, which is pretty cool, right? And now let's click on advanced settings. And this reveals a powerful feature, which is called object lock. So what is object lock, you may ask? So it lets you store objects using a write once, read many model. In simple terms, it prevents objects from being deleted or overwritten for a set period of time or even indefinitely, right? So this is pretty huge for regulatory compliance, legal holds, or protecting your data from ransomware. And we have two choices here. Disable or enable, and the default one is disabled. But there's a crucial part. If you look at the print here, like this one, it says that object lock only works in version buckets. And if you enable object lock, it will automatically turn on bucket versioning for you. So this is a permanent decision, by the way. Once you enable object lock on your bucket, you won't be able to disable it later. Well, if you're just learning or building a test environment, it's best to leave object lock disabled for now. You can always create a new bucket with this feature enabled, when you have a specific need for it. So for now, we'll leave it disabled. Well, all we have to do is just to click on create bucket button. Let's do that. It'll take us a couple of seconds. It'll check the name if it's unique enough, and there you go. We have our S3 bucket created, and if we click on it, we will be able to upload files here, well, and create folders and stuff like that. And there's a lot of configurations here that we can apply to this S3 bucket, but we will be talking about all this stuff later. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.